Great, so the microphone should be working now. Hello everyone. Mopar, I was just saying hello, asking you how you're doing, and welcome any potential newcomers to my channel. So for those of you who might be new to my channel, my name is Kim. I'm a 200-hour certified yoga instructor. That is one of my professions. I also teach Tai Chi, meditation, mindfulness, and I'm a health coach. So for today, I have created a full hour Vinyasa Yoga sequence. So you'll get a full body workout, and you'll also work on connecting your breath to your movement. So you'll feel revived, restored, energized, grounded, and centered for the rest of your day. That being said, if you'd like to focus on anything specific for the class, let me know. I'm going to start the yoga class in about 10 minutes. So in the meantime, say hello, let me know where you are in the world, let me know what your experience is with yoga, or let me know if there's any specific thing you'd like to focus on for today's yoga class. You'll need a mat for class. You might want to have a block or a pillow as well. Hi Petey. How are you, Petey? How are you, Mopar? How's everyone doing? Just have about 10 minutes, so let me know how y'all are feeling and anything you might want to incorporate. I'd be happy to incorporate your requests into the hour yoga class, and I'll have time after class to chat and answer any questions you have and just chit chat. Glad to hear that, Mopar. What kind of tea are you drinking today? What kind of tea are you sipping on today? Rooibos tea with lemon. I'm feeling good today. Thanks for asking, Mopar. I'm feeling really good. Sounds like a good tea. Petey, I have my cacao, not coffee, cacao, with my turmeric, ginger, cinnamon, and a little almond milk creamer. You guys also probably want to have some water nearby because you'll likely sweat a little bit for today's class. Petey, I was thinking more about that pose you were telling me about. And I was wondering if this was it. Oh, wait. If this was the pose. If it was something sort of like that. Was that the pose you were talking about last week, Petey? Was it something like that? Good morning. Good morning, understancer. How are you? So welcome everyone. The yoga class will start in about 6 minutes. So in the meantime, say hi, let me know where you are in the world, and let me know what experience you have with yoga. If you've never tried yoga before, I encourage you to try this. This is going to be an all levels class, so I'm going to offer lots of options. Don't feel like you have to take all the options I offer. Listen to your body. Most importantly, whatever you try on the right side, you want to make sure you try it on the left side. So everything is balanced. So even if you don't do all the poses, as long as you try to balance the body. Understands here, this is Petey and Mopar. They've been coming to my yoga classes for a while, and I will hang out a little after our yoga class just to chat about any questions you have or any further discussion about yoga, meditation, mindfulness, health. I'm a professional health coach and professional yoga teacher, so I started Twitch to connect with people all over the world and expand my network outside of my hometown. We just have a few minutes before it's time to start. So Petey, that pose I just did, was that sort of the pose you were talking about? Okay, so it wasn't the exact pose. Gotcha. Okay, cool. Good to know. Yes. So for anyone new who's going to take my class, you just want to have comfortable clothes that you can move in easily, like I'm wearing. And you just want to have a mat or a carpet or a towel. You might want to have a pillow, a blanket nearby, just in case you need any extra support. And you may want to have a strap like this. If you don't have a strap handy, a man's suit tie works really well. But again, all these props are optional. The main thing you want to have is a yoga mat, or you can do this straight on carpet. You just probably won't be comfortable if it's nothing but hardwood. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that term is. I don't know what a BOFA is. All right, we just have a couple minutes, so let me know any specific requests, anything particular you want to work on today. Now's the time to let me know. We're gonna have lots of fun. It's gonna feel good to move the body and connect with our breath. It's gonna feel really good for our nervous system. Yeah, Mopar, if anybody asked any inappropriate questions, I'm not sure what that stood for, but you can kindly ask them to leave. Mopar is my unofficial moderator. So Mopar, you can let any newcomers know what this is, that this is an actual yoga class. This is nothing more than practical yoga. Hi Bryce, how are you? Okay. Well, I am doing well. How are you? we have a full hour of yoga coming up. I have a few students joining me through Zoom, a couple students joining me through Twitch at the same time. So let's see, melt it. Well, hello. So it's about time to get started. Any specific requests before we start? Anything you guys want to focus on? Now's the time to tell me. Bryce, where are other friends? That's okay. We'll go ahead and start. So, if you guys want to start in a lying down position, so any lying down position that feels good to you.
Recording in progress.
So you can lie flat on your mat. If you have low back tension, maybe toe heel the feet mat width apart, rotate the knees into touch, or just start opening the hips. Bring the soles of the feet together and the knees wide. Grab the inner arches of the elbows up overhead. Just start opening the shoulders and the chest. Oh, hi Mark, welcome. And just take a moment to settle into your body. Settle into this time and this space. Close the eyes and bring your awareness to your breath. Without trying to control your breath, without trying to force your breath one way or the other, take the next few moments to simply observe the natural quality of your breath. Noticing if your breath feels fast or slow, shallow or deep, smooth or choppy. Notice if your breath feels constricted at all. Just simply observe the natural cadence, the natural rhythm of your breath. And after checking in with your breath, take a moment, scan from your head to your toes, and notice how you're feeling physically today, in this time, in this space, as you scan from your head to your toes. And after completing that body scan, take a moment, turn inward, silently acknowledge and accept how you're feeling mentally and emotionally today. So let go of any notion of how you think you should feel or how you would like to feel. And give yourself permission to accept and honor how you do feel in the mind and in the heart. So maybe ask yourself, is your mind clear? Is your mind cluttered? Are you focused? Are you scatterbrained? Check in with your emotions. Are you happy? Are you sad? How are you feeling? And after checking in with the breath, the body, the mind, the heart, gently place one hand on your heart, one hand on your navel. Take a moment and honor yourself for showing up to this practice today to refine the body, mind, and spirit for your sake and for all the lives you impact. And when you're ready, I invite you to join me for 3 deep cleansing breaths. Take a deep inhale, fill up the belly first, feel the pressure of the hand on the navel, then fill up the ribs and chest, feel the pressure of the hand on the chest. Pause, hold your breath at the top. Open the mouth, sigh out. Think of releasing all physical stress. Second time, take a deeper inhale. Expand more through the belly, more through the ribs, the chest. Pause, hold your breath. Open the mouth, sigh out. Think of releasing any emotional tension, just let it go. Third time, take a deeper inhale. Expand through the belly, the ribs, the chest. Pause, hold your breath. Maybe see if you can sniff in a little more air. Open the mouth, slowly exhale. Think of releasing any mental stress, releasing any distracting thoughts. And now we'll start Ujjayi breath. So seal the lips and gently constrict the throat. Take a deep inhale through the nose. A longer breath out through the nose. Deep inhale through the nose. Slower exhale through the nose. And continue to practice deepening your inhales and lengthening your exhales, finding your own pace, your own rhythm, as you set an intention for your practice today. So maybe just think about why you showed up to this practice and what you specifically want to get out of this practice. Maybe your goal is physical. Maybe your goal is something deeper. Here's a quote for inspiration about new beginnings by John O'Donohue. Though your destination is not clear, you can trust the promise of this opening. Unfurl yourself into the grace of beginning that is at one with your life's desire. Awaken your spirit to adventure. Hold nothing back. Learn to find ease in risk. Soon you will be home in a new rhythm, for your soul senses the world that awaits you for a new beginning. This is a nice reminder. Every time we step on our mats, it's a chance at a new beginning to refine the body, mind, and spirit. So maybe just think of a specific destination or intention you have. Maybe set an affirmation such as, I am beginning, I am trusting, I am opening, I am evolving. Any quality you'd like to call into your body, your mind. For the next 3 breaths, I invite you to silently recite any mantra that's meaningful to you 3 times for the next 3 deep breaths. And after the 3rd breath, the 3rd mantra, we'll start connecting our breath to our movement. So if the feet are not already mat width apart, rotate the feet mat width apart and rotate the knees in to touch. Then take a deep breath in, reach your hands up overhead. And exhale, slide the elbows down, making goalpost shapes. Then take a deep breath in. And exhale, rotate the knees to the right as you gaze to the left. Inhale, knees center, head center. Exhale, knees to the left, gaze to the right. And practice a few more rounds. Releasing tension in the lower back, releasing tension in the hips, and releasing tension in the neck. Taking it nice and slow and gentle here to start. Now we're starting to warm up the core. On the next inhale, do a full body stretch, lengthen through the arms and legs, and then exhale, draw your knees to your chest. Inhale, lengthen through the arms and legs, and exhale, navel to spine, knees to chest. Practice a few more rounds just like this, connecting the breath to the movement. Now, if your lower back starts to lift up the mat, maybe just raise your legs a little higher. So you can just straighten the legs towards the ceiling. If the lower back starts to lift up, we're firing up the core here, waking up the core. It should feel like work. Try not to let your hands and feet touch the floor. And on your next exhale, draw your knees to your chest, then take a deep breath in. And exhale, twist. Rotate the knees to the right, gaze to the left. Take a full inhale and a long exhale. Inhale, knees to chest. Exhale, knees to the left, gaze to the right, twist the other way. Deep breath in, long breath out. Then inhale, knees to chest, and then exhale, full body stretch. Now take a deep breath in, lengthen more through your full body stretch, and exhale, rotate to the left side of your body. Take your right palm underneath your right elbow in front of the shoulder, and you can prop your left palm up on the mat, or you can prop your left palm up against your head, so you're supporting your head here. Now the head can rest on the left palm, right palm presses into the mat. So from here, take a deep breath in. You're gonna push your right hand into the mat as you straighten the right leg, and then exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. A few more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. This time, inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Now, you can relax your left arm down on the mat. Rest your head on your arm. Take a deep breath in. Draw your right knee to your chest. Lengthen the left leg. Exhale, wrap your right peace fingers around your right big toe. And all you're doing is stretching that right hamstring. So you're drawing the right foot towards the face until you feel a stretch in the hamstring. It doesn't have to be as intense as mine. Once you feel a stretch, just hold there. Take a deep breath in. A long breath out. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Then inhale, draw your right knee to your chest, and exhale, cross your right foot in front of the body. We're going to take the right palm underneath the shoulder again. Take a deep breath in, push up the palm, and then as you exhale, lower that left forearm on the mat. So the left shoulder should be directly over the left elbow, and the left forearm should be parallel to the short edge of the mat. You can keep your right hand behind the head. So you're opening this right shoulder, pressing the head into the right hand, lengthening and strengthening the neck, and opening the right shoulder. Now on your next inhale, you're going to lift the hips. So you're going to push the right foot into the mat, using the core to lift the hips, and then exhale as you lower. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Now we're going to do a few more, but this time we're going to twist the torso. So inhale, lift, really open the chest, and exhale, lower. Tap your right elbow towards the left elbow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower and twist. 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 One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower and twist. And then inhale, come to a seat. So, right ankle should still be over the left thigh. Inhale, swoop the hands out and up. And exhale, side stretch to the right. Inhale, center. And exhale, side stretch to the left. Then inhale, center, and exhale, twist. So take your left elbow on the outside of your right thigh. Plant your right fingers behind you. Gaze over the right shoulder. Inhale as you lift up taller. And exhale as you twist deeper. Inhale as you lift up taller. Exhale, twist deeper. Inhale, lengthen more through the spine. Exhale, twist. Then inhale back to center. And exhale, cross your right knee over the left knee. If that's too much, right shin stacks over left shin. Or if that's too much, just stagger your shins. We just want to feel a stretch in the hips. Then inhale, swoop the hands out and up. Exhale, deeper side stretch. So grab your left wrist, draw the left wrist all the way to the right until you feel a stretch. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, grab your right wrist, draw the right wrist to the left. Take a deep breath in. A long breath out. And then inhale, center. Really open the arms. Think of drawing the fingertips back towards each other. And then exhale, round the spine, wrap the left arm over the right. We're going to do a few more like this. It's like a cat-cow. So inhale, open the chest, open the shoulders, gaze up. And exhale, wrap the right arm over the left, chin to chest. Again, inhale, open the shoulders and chest. And exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. Give yourself a hug. Again, inhale, open the shoulders and chest. And exhale, give yourself a hug. This time, inhale, lift up tall. Exhale, transition to eagle arms. So press the backs of the hands together or wrap palm to palm, really opening the upper back. Now from here, take a deep inhale and exhale, bow forward until you feel a big stretch in the upper back, behind the shoulder blades and the hips. And if this is too much for the upper body, you can just cross your arms. Bow deeply. Breathe into the hips. Breathe into the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Long breath out. Deep breath in. Slower breath out. One more. Deep inhale. And on your next exhale, slowly curl the spine up. Draw your knees to your chest and plant your feet forward. Inhale, lift up tall. And exhale, slowly curl the spine down. A few more like that. Inhale, chest to thighs. Exhale, curl the spine down. Again, inhale, chest to thighs. Exhale, curl the spine down. One more. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, curl down. So now we're going to do that same sequence, all those same moves on the opposite side. Inhale, full body stretch. And then exhale, rotate to your right side this time. Plant your left palm. So what I'm going to do is just rotate this way so you guys can clearly see. You're going to plant your left palm underneath the right shoulder. and you can cradle your head with your right hand. From here, all you're going to do is inhale, push the torso up with the left hand, and then exhale, lower. So you're really pressing down firmly with your left palm, always gripping the mat with the fingers and knuckles, and you can straighten this left leg as you lift up. So inhale, push up, exhale, lower. 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 One more. Inhale, push up, exhale, lower. Great. Extend the right arm. Relax your ear on your arm. Take a deep breath in. Draw the left knee to the chest. Maybe straighten that right leg. And exhale, wrap your left peace fingers around your left big toe. Then straighten the left leg as much as you can. Draw the left foot to the face until you feel a stretch in the hamstring. Once you feel a stretch in the back of the leg, take a deep breath in. Long breath out. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Deep inhale. And exhale. Plant your left foot in front of the body. So from here, inhale, push the left palm into the mat, and exhale, slide your right forearm parallel to the short edge of the mat. So now you're propping yourself up on your right forearm. The right shoulder should be directly above the right elbow, drawing that right shoulder blade back and down. Now you're going to push this left foot into the mat firmly, and then take your left hand behind the head, lengthening and strengthening the neck by pressing the head into the hands into the head, flexing that right foot. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Good. Now we're going to do a few more, but this time we're going to do a little cat-cow twist. So inhale, lift the hips, really open more through the chest. Then exhale as you lower. Draw your left elbow towards the right elbow and twist. A few more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower and twist. 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 One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower and twist. Inhale, sit up. Keep the legs where they are. So left knee over ankle. Flexing the feet. Inhale, swoop the hands up. And exhale, side stretch to the right. Inhale, center. And exhale, side stretch to the left. Inhale, center, and exhale, twist. So hook your right elbow outside your left thigh and gaze over the left shoulder. Maybe really push your left fingertips down into the mat. Then inhale as you lift up tall, and exhale as you twist deeper. Inhale as you lift up taller, and exhale, twist deeper. Inhale as you lengthen, exhale as you deepen. Inhale back to center, and exhale, cross your left knee over the right knee, flexing the feet. But if this is too intense, left shin on top of right shin, and if that's still too much, stagger your shins. Either way, you should feel a gentle stretch in the hips. And now we're going to do deeper side stretches. Inhale, swoop the hands out and up. Exhale, grab the left wrist, side stretch to the right. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Inhale, center. Exhale, grab the right wrist, side stretch the other way. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Then inhale, center. Open the arms, open the chest, gaze up. Reach your fingertips back towards each other. Then exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. Wrap your left arm over your right so you're opening the upper back. We have several more like that. Inhale, open the shoulders and chest, gaze up. And exhale, round the spine, give yourself a hug. Again, inhale, open the shoulders and chest, gaze up. And exhale, round the spine, give yourself a hug. Inhale, open. And exhale, round. One more, inhale, open. Exhale, left arm should be over right this time. Then inhale, lift the head over the heart. Exhale, maybe transition to eagle arms. So pressing the backs of the hands together or palm to palm. Then inhale as you lift up tall and exhale as you bow forward until you feel a big stretch in the hips and the shoulders. If this is too much for the upper body, just cross the arms. If that's too much for the hips, you don't have to bow that deeply. All that's important is you feel a gentle stretch, releasing tension in the shoulders and hips. Take a deep breath in. Long breath out. Deep breath in. Slower breath out. One more deep inhale. Nice, soothing, slow exhale. And inhale, lift the head over heart. And exhale, draw your knees towards your chest. Face the front of the mat. Plant your feet. Inhale, lift up tall. Exhale, curl the spine down. A few more. Inhale, sit up. And exhale, curl the spine down. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, curl down. This time, inhale, sit up. And exhale, cross your ankles, roll over your shins. Plant your palms and make your way to tabletop. So stacking the shoulders, stacking the wrists. So fingertips spread wide. Always gripping the mat with the fingertips and knuckles. Now from here, inhale, tuck the toes, and exhale, hover the knees. So the knees are hovered an inch above the mat, hovering tabletop. Now from here, inhale, draw your right knee to your chest as you straighten the left leg. Then exhale, lower the left knee to hover as you straighten the right leg. We have a few more just like that. Inhale, right knee to chest, straighten the left leg. Exhale, straighten the right leg back, lower the left knee to hover. Again, inhale, right knee to nose, straighten the left leg. Exhale, straighten the right leg, lower the left knee to hover. 3 more. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, kick the right leg back. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, switch. 1 more. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, switch. Now take a deep breath in. Exhale, slowly lower the left knee down. Then bring the right knee beside the left. Inhale, sway the hips to the left. And exhale, circle the hips forward to the right and back down. And just do a few more hip circles like this. Releasing tension in the hips. Should feel good. Circle the hips a few times in one direction. Then go the other way. Connecting breath to movement. Make your way back to tabletop. We're going to try this on the other side. Inhale, tuck the toes, and exhale, float the knees, hovering tabletop. Then inhale, left knee to nose, straighten the right leg. Exhale, straighten the left leg back as you lower the right knee to hover. Inhale, left knee to nose, straighten the right leg. Exhale, straighten the left leg back, lower the right knee to hover. 4 more. Inhale, left knee to nose. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, left knee to nose. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, left knee to nose. Exhale, reverse. 1 more. Inhale, left knee to nose. Exhale, left leg back, right knee hovers. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, slowly lower the right knee down. Then bring the left knee beside the right. Inhale, cow pose. Arch the spine, gaze up. And exhale, cat pose. Round the spine, push the mat away. A few more. Inhale, arch the spine, gaze up to cow. Exhale, round the spine, press the palms into the mat, cat pose. Do a few more cat-cows, finding your own pace, your own rhythm. And on your next exhale, bring the toes together, knees wide, sink your hips on your heels, reach your hands forward, relax your forehead on the mat. Breathe into child's pose, and maybe rock your head side to side, releasing tension in the neck and forehead. If it feels good, bring your palms together, bend the elbows, take your fingertips, massage your shoulders for a few moments, massage your neck, sliding the elbows more forward so you're stretching the triceps. Deep breaths in, longer breaths out. And maybe take this opportunity to stretch the wrists, interlace your fingers, and just circle out the wrists. Deep breaths in, long breaths out. And as you breathe into child's pose, and just take a moment, take inventory. Notice how your breath feels, notice how your body feels. Notice any thoughts in your mind. If your mind is trying to cling to any worries of the past or future, allow those thoughts to dissolve. Allow your breath to ground you to the present. Allow your breath to anchor you to your intention, that affirmation you set for your practice. Imagine yourself arriving at your affirmation. Let go of any part of you that doesn't believe it. And as we proceed throughout this practice, think of inhaling all the energy aligned with your affirmation, exhaling any energy that doesn't serve your highest good. Take a deep breath in, plant your palms, and exhale, push up to tabletop. Take a deep inhale, tuck your toes, and exhale, lift the hips, lower the heels, downward dog. Fingers spread wide, gripping the mat with the fingers and knuckles, pressing the fingertips down and forward like you're trying to press the front edge of the mat away. Rotate the eyes of the elbows forward. Press the shoulders away from the ears, knit in the ribs, gaze at the belly. Pressing the heels down and out towards the earth. Take several breaths in downward dog. Pedal your feet, bending one knee and then the other. Or sway your hips or rock your head. Explore any movements that feel good in this down dog shape. And enjoy your breath. Then find stillness in downward dog. Inhale, lift the heels, undulate forward vertebrae by vertebrae to plank. Hips line with shoulders, shoulders over wrists. You always have the option to lower the knees. If regular plank is too much, you can lower the knees in assisted plank. Either way, knees, hips, and shoulders are one long line. Take a deep breath in, exhale, use the core. Hug the navel in as you tuck the toes and lift the hips. We'll do a few more. Inhale, rotate to plank, vertebrae by vertebrae. Exhale, use the core, lift the hips, lower the heels. Again, inhale, undulate forward to plank like a wave. Exhale, use the core, lift the hips, lower the heels. One more. Inhale, undulate forward to plank. And exhale, downward dog. Inhale, look between your thumbs. And exhale, tiptoe your feet towards your hands until you arrive at a forward fold, keeping a micro bend in the knees. Inhale, halfway lift, fingers to shins. Exhale, fold. Again, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Flip your palms. Press the tops of the hands into the mat, stretching the front of the wrists. Or maybe slide your hands underneath your feet so the toes massage the inside of the wrists. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Keep the connection between the chest and the thighs touching. As you breathe into this full body stretch, allow any stress you might be feeling today to roll off your back. Take a deep breath in, a longer breath out. Deep breath in, slower breath out. Then take a deep inhale. Exhale, release your hands, bend the knees a lot, and slowly, slowly curl up the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. The head's the last thing to roll up, making our way to mountain pose. So make sure the feet are about 2 fists apart. And make sure your feet are straight, making an 11. Toes spread wide. Feel your weight distribute evenly on all 4 corners of your feet. And practice rooting through the heels, lifting the kneecaps, slightly tucking in the tailbone, creating space in the spine. On each exhale, activate the core by scooping the navel in. Roll your shoulders back and down. Open the palms, really reach down through the fingertips. Draw your chin in and lift through the crown of the head. Take a moment, feel all your muscles align and activate. Feel this alignment. Breathe deeply. So now we're going to practice our variations of Sun Series B. Inhale, bend the knees, sink the hips, reach the hands up, chair pose. Knees over ankles, tailbone tucked, navel in, shoulders back and down, weights in the heels. And to stretch the wrists, rotate the palms back, drawing the thumbs to the sides. Inhale, sink the hips lower, reach the hands higher. Hold for an exhale. Inhale, sink the hips lower, reach the hands higher. One more. Inhale, sink your hips to your lowest, reach your hands to your highest. And exhale, straighten the legs. Swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold, bend your knees, plant your palms, step or lightly float to plank. Lower the knees, the chest and chin, hips stay raised at first. Then inhale, untuck the toes, sink the hips, pull your chest forward and up to cobra. Exhale, plant your palms, tuck your toes, press up to assisted or regular plank, and lift the hips and lower the heels, downward dog. Inhale, look between the thumbs, bend the knees, soften the elbows. Step or lightly float, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. And exhale, straighten the legs, hands to heart. Inhale, back to chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bend your knees, plant your palms, step or float to plank. Option to lower knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Keeping the knees lifted, elbows to ribs. Lower the body in one line. Want shoulders line with elbows. Inhale, pull the chest forward and up. Option for cobra or up dog. Gripping the mat with the fingers and knuckles, shoulders back and down. Lift through the crown. Tops of the feet press into the mat. Maybe float the knees. Take an inhale. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Downward dog. Inhale, look between the thumbs, step or lightly float, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, mountain pose. Option 3 of Sun B. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bend your knees, plant your palms, step or float to plank, or option 3, float straight back to chaturanga. Elbows over wrists, shoulders line with elbows. Maybe do some extra push-ups this time. So the knees can be lowered or lifted. Make them chaturanga push-ups. Use your core. Move with your breath. And on your next inhale, open the chest to cobra or up dog. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, look between the thumbs, step or lightly float, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. And exhale, straighten the legs, hands to heart. 3 more rounds of Sun Series B. Choose whichever option calls to you. Most importantly, connect breath to movement. We'll do 3 more rounds, picking up the pace. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, vinyasa. So choose your own variation. You can do extra push-ups or not. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, travel to the front, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, mountain pose. 2 more. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, vinyasa. Choose your own adventure. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, hands to heart. 1 more. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, vinyasa. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, straighten the legs, hands to heart. Take a moment, close the eyes in mountain pose. And with the eyes closed, take a moment, take inventory. Notice how your body feels, and notice what's happening inward within the mind. If your mind has wandered, gently bring your awareness back to your breath, back to your body, back to the intention, the affirmation you set for yourself. So now we're going to practice a couple other variations of Sun Series B. We're going to add on some other poses. So when you're ready, inhale, back to chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, vinyasa. Or you can always just step to downward dog. We'll all meet in downward dog. Inhale, float the right leg high to the ceiling. Exhale, draw the right heel to the hip, stretch the hip. Then inhale, square the hip, straighten the right leg high. And exhale, draw your right knee to your nose. Gently step your right foot between your hands, using the core. Inhale, rise. Crescent lunge. So the right knee's over the ankle, and the left heel's over the ball of the left foot. The tailbone's tucked, the navel's in, shoulders back and down. Focus the eyes on something still. Now from here, inhale, bend the left knee to hover above the mat. Exhale, shift the weight to the right foot. Left leg lifts high, standing split. So that's our next flow. Inhale, lower the left foot, lower the left knee. Exhale, standing split. Inhale, lower the left foot, lower the left knee. Exhale, standing split. 1 more. Inhale, lower the left foot, the left knee. And exhale, standing split. Now this time, inhale, lower the left foot, lower the left knee. Exhale, shift the weight to the right foot, straighten the left leg, and twist. So you're reaching your right hand towards your left toes, left arm reaches back. We're gonna flow. Inhale, step back, crescent lunge with a dip, and then exhale, standing staff with a twist. A few more. Inhale, crescent with a dip. Exhale, kick the left foot forward and twist. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, kick 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 and twist. Now hold here. See if we can hold this twist. So wrap your peace fingers around your left big toe. Straighten the left leg. Gaze at the left thumb. Focus the eyes. Ground down firmly through your right big toe mound. You can keep a little bend And both knees if you need to. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Deep breath in. Exhale, let go of the left foot. Keep it floating for a deep inhale. Then exhale, mountain pose. Take a moment, close the eyes. Notice how you're feeling. Notice how your breath feels, how your body feels. Notice the thoughts in your mind. Let go of any thoughts that may not be serving you, like thoughts of judgment, thoughts of inner criticism. Let go of expectation. Bring your awareness back to your intention, your affirmation. So now we'll practice that same sequence on the opposite side. Do the best you can. Take modifications if you need them. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, vinyasa. Choose your own adventure here, and we'll all meet in downward dog. Inhale, left leg lifts high. Exhale, left heel to hip, stretch the quad. Inhale, square the hips, straighten the left leg. And exhale, draw your left knee to your nose. Slowly with control, step your left foot between your hands. Inhale, rise, crescent lunge. Left knee over ankle. Right heel over the ball of the right foot. Hips are square. Tailbone tucked. If you feel wobbly, you can widen your stance. Shoulders back and down. It's important to find a drishti, something still to focus your eyes on. That's what helps your balance the most. Now from here, inhale, lower the right knee to hover. And then exhale, shift the weight to the left foot, straighten the legs, float the right leg high, standing split. Several more. Inhale, crescent lunge with a dip. Exhale, standing split. Inhale, crescent lunge with the dip. Exhale, standing split. Inhale, crescent lunge with the dip. Exhale, standing split. Inhale, crescent lunge with a dip. Exhale, standing split. Now this time, inhale, crescent lunge with a dip. Exhale, shift your weight to your left foot. Kick your right leg forward and twist. We have several more. Inhale, crescent lunge and dip. Exhale, kick and twist. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Again. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, hold your twist. Wrap your left peace fingers around your left big toe. Shoulders back and down. Really ground down firmly through your left big toe mound. Keep a micro bend in the knees if you need to. Focus your eyes on your right thumb. Take a deep breath in. Long breath out. Deep breath in. Exhale, let go of the right foot. Keep the right foot floating for a deep inhale. And exhale, lower the right foot back by the left. Mountain pose. Close the eyes. Take a moment. Notice how you're feeling, outward and inward. Let go of any distracting thoughts and bring your awareness back to your intention. On your next inhale, step your left leg a full leg length. Exhale, rotate the toes out, the heels in. Inhale, swoop the hands out and up. Exhale, bend the knees, sink the hips. Goddess pose. So you're driving your knees back towards your pinky toes. The knees should be directly over the ankles. Tailbone tucked. Now on your next inhale, straighten the legs. See if you can lift up the heels. Exhale, back to goddess. Inhale, straighten the legs, lift the heels. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Now we're going to incorporate some side stretches. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Side stretch to the right. Inhale, straighten, lift the heels. Exhale, bend. Side stretch to the left. A few more. Inhale, straighten and lift. Exhale, bend, side stretch. 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 Inhale, straighten and lift. Exhale, sink low into your goddess. Then take the palms on the inner thighs. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist. Right shoulder in, gaze over the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist the other way. Left shoulder in, gaze over the right. A few more. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, straighten the legs. Rotate the toes in, the heels out. Interlace your fingers behind you and draw your fists back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hinge at the hips, wide-legged forward fold. Pressing into the outer edges of the feet. Reaching the fists towards the ceiling, opening the chest and shoulders, opening the hamstrings and hips. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Deep breath in. Exhale, release your hands down the legs. Then inhale, take the right hand on the left ankle or calf. Exhale, take the left hand on the right ankle or calf so the arms are crossed. Left arm over right. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Now switch the arms. So right arm over left. Grab the ankles or the shins. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Deep breath in. Exhale, hands to hips. Micro bend the knees with a flat back. Inhale, all the way back up. Then step up to the front of the mat. Heels in, toes out. Inhale, swoop the hands out and up. And exhale, bend the knees, sink the hips, Malasana. Heels in, toes out. Pressing the elbows into the thighs, thighs into elbows, shoulders back and down. Close the eyes. And for the next 3 breaths, if you'd like to, silently recite your mantra 3 times for 3 breaths. And on your next exhale, lower the hips. Last bit of core, boat pose. Plant your feet. Inhale, reach your hands forward. And exhale, lean back until you feel your core engage. Maybe float the feet, maybe straighten the legs. Or inhale, low boat. Exhale, high boat. Inhale, low boat. Exhale, high boat. Take a few more breaths in your variation of boat pose. Use your core. Think about your willpower, the ability to accomplish anything you set your mind to. And on your next exhale, lift up tall, feet together, knees wide, then bow forward. Take a deep breath in, long breath out. Deep breath in. And exhale, lift up tall, knees to chest, plant your feet. Inhale, lift up taller. Then exhale, slowly curl the spine down. Plant your palms on either side of your hips. Slide your heels to your fingertips. We're going to do a heart opening pose, bridge pose. So maybe take a moment before we start. Ask yourself, why do you want to open your heart? Are there any qualities you want to invite into your heart? Inhale, press into the feet, tuck in the tailbone, and lift the hips until you feel a gentle opening in the front of the chest, the heart space. Maybe interlace the fingers behind you. Maybe lift up the heels. Head straight, chin lifted. And as you breathe into your variation of this heart-opening bridge pose, Maybe think of inviting qualities like patience, forgiveness, love, compassion, mindfulness for others and yourself. Inhale, lift the hips higher, open the heart a little more. When you're ready, exhale as you slowly, slowly curl the spine all the way down. And take a deep breath in, right knee to chest, left leg long. Exhale, supine twist. Take the left hand, guide the right knee to the left side of the body, and reach the right arm to the right. Gaze at the right fingers. Stay here or bend the left knee. Draw the left heel to the hip. Take the right hand on top of the left foot. An option to straighten that right leg. So find any twist variation that feels good. Deep breath in. Slower breath out. Take a few more rounds of breath. Think of wringing out the spine of toxins. And with each slow exhale, maybe think of releasing any energy that's no longer serving you well. And on your next exhale, release and switch. Inhale, left knee to chest, right leg along. Exhale, take the right hand, gently guide the left knee to the right side of the body, inviting the knee to the floor but keeping the shoulders flat. Gaze at the left fingers. Maybe incorporate a quad stretch. Draw the right heel to the hip. Take the left hand on top of the foot. And you always have the option to straighten this left leg. Find a twist variation that feels best for you. Deep breaths in. Slower breaths out. Maybe visualize wringing out the spine of impurities. With each slow exhale, maybe think of releasing any energy that's no longer serving your highest good. And on your next exhale, slowly release. And take a deep breath in, draw both knees to your chest. And exhale, happy baby. Grab the outer edges of the feet and stretch the legs, stretch the hips. Maybe play with straightening the legs here. Take the next few breaths to tune into your body and any stretches, any movements your body is telling you it needs. Honor that for the next few breaths. When you're ready, bring the soles of the feet together. Lower your feet beneath the hips, widen the knees, and grab the inner arches of the elbows up overhead. Close the eyes. Take a deep breath in. A slower breath out. Allow your breath to grow longer and deeper. Allow your breath to self-soothe and self-heal. Send yourself gratitude for this practice, for showing up, working hard, maybe trying something new, maybe pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, prioritizing self-care and growth for your sake and for others. Maybe bring your awareness back to your intention. Though your destination is not yet clear, you can trust the promise of this opening. Unfurl yourself into the grace of beginning that is at one with your life's desire. Awaken your spirit to adventure. Hold nothing back. Learn to find ease in risk. Soon you will be home in a new rhythm. for your soul senses the world that awaits you for a new beginning. Whenever you feel ready, gently extend the legs long. Allow the toes to rotate outward. Allow the hands to rest on either side of the hips. Open the palms, close the eyes, and give yourself permission to fully relax in a well-deserved Shavasana. I'll be silent for the next minute or so as we allow the body and the mind to absorb, integrate, and heal from this practice. Whenever you feel ready, gently bring your awareness back to your breath and back to your body. Maybe gently circle your wrists, circle your ankles. Maybe rock your head, inviting gentle movement back into the body. If it feels good on an inhale, do a full body stretch. And as you exhale, gently roll to one side of your body, keeping the eyes closed and the awareness inward. Take your time as you gently press up to a comfortable seated position. Just taking a moment to notice the quality of your breath as you gently come to a seat. Notice if your breath feels different from when we started. Notice if your body feels different. Take a moment, observe any subtle shifts in your mood, your mind, your energy. Maybe reflect on your intention. I'll do 3 cleansing breaths. The third time I'll chant Om to seal our practice with peace. I hope you join. Inhale, fill up the belly, the ribs, the chest. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Inhale, fill up all the way. Nice long cleansing exhale. Inhale for Om. Bring your hands to your heart. If you'd like to join me for a final moment of gratitude, I encourage you to think of one thing in your life that you feel grateful for today. And allow this grateful feeling to grow, fully wash over you. And may this grateful feeling carry with you. The light in me honors the light in each of you. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing your practice. Please let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns, if you have any specific requests for next time. And I will be back next Tuesday. So feel free to reach out to me between those classes, or if you want a recording of this, let me know. You can practice on your own. But otherwise, have a wonderful day. I hope you feel recharged and reset and renewed. Oh, you're welcome, Mark. My hair's going crazy today. Thanks for joining. Well, I've been practicing a long time, so that's how I can make hard things look easy.
Recording stopped.
If you have consistent practice, you'll be able to make hard things look easy too. It's all about consistency. Alrighty, so now I have a little time to be a little more interactive with you guys now that the full hour is over. Petey, how did practice feel for you guys? Everyone joining, let me know how you're feeling. Let me know if you have any questions or you want any additional help with anything. I'm going to get a little stool for myself so I can see you guys. Make sure you really hydrate after this class, so drink water, please. Namaste, understancer. You are too kind. Don't be afraid to ban the trolls. Aw, John Deeds. Are you there, John? Looks like John cheered me 200 bits, 500 bits. Oh, wow. Thank you so much, John. So anytime someone donates or gives me bits, I do a little happy dance. So if you guys want to dance with me, wee-hee! In yoga, we call this spontaneous qigong. So it's just about moving freely, being goofy and playful and fun. Thank you, John, so much. I really appreciate the support, John. So it looks like there was somebody on here. Oh, gosh. So the melted person I should totally ban, right? Because he was saying some creepy stuff. No problem. Yeah, guys, if you start saying anything disrespectful or creepy, I will ban you. Aw, Seltzy. Wow, I'm just catching up with all these messages, you guys. That's the downside to really focusing on a full hour of yoga. I can't be interactive until after the yoga class. So I missed all of this. So I can't tell if Meltit was joking. Seltzy says, focus on your own breathing without doing things you were complaining about from others. Put the chat down and just focus on the class. Thank you so much, Seltzy, for saying that. Yeah, if you guys come and join me on Tuesdays, it's just important to just focus on the class, and then afterwards we can chat. But it sounds like Meltit, whoever Meltit is, had some sort of lots of defensiveness. Lots of cattiness. Yeah, I do not like this attitude, so I'm going to ban this user. And I'm going to report. just submitted the report for hateful comments, and I'm blocking the user. So we won't see Melted again, you guys. Yeah, that's pretty gross, Melted. All right. Thank you, Understancer. Okay, so back to focus on yoga. Thanks for the awesome yoga session. I really like those beginning stretches. Yeah, I'm glad you like those beginning stretches, Mopar. They should feel really good. It should feel good when you're stretching. It should never feel painful. Mild discomfort is fine. It should never feel painful. It should feel good to stretch those muscles. So I'm glad it felt good. I'm glad you like those goddess twists, Petey. Thank you, Petey. I was trying to keep chat clean during yoga time. Thank you, Mopar. All right, so everybody else watching, let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns. Oh, I realized my category said just chatting. So maybe that's why things didn't go as... We didn't have too many users focus on yoga because I didn't change the category. I'll change it next time. Thank you, John, for the bits. So anybody watching, if you felt like this practice was helpful or useful for you, if you can afford even just a couple dollars, my donation link I just shared. It's yogaflowwithkim.online/donate. So you can click on that link just to donate what you can afford. Every little bit is helpful, and it helps ensure that I can continue to come here weekly for you guys and not take up some work instead, because I do set aside time. So any donation is helpful to ensure this is sustainable. But if you can't afford anything, that's okay too. I'm happy to be here regardless. But that's my donation link for anybody who wants to donate. And again, even just $1 is fine. Every little bit is helpful. Kim has been divinely sent to clean up Twitch's act. Yeah, well, I hope so. I mean, I know there's other streamers out there that are also genuinely offering fitness and health. That's why my channel is mostly fitness and health category. So I know there's other streamers out there like me. I'm not the only one, but that's sweet of you to say, Petey. Questions, comments, concerns about the yoga class, let me know. Thank you, Petey, for your comments. Yes, I do Ujjayi breath. So I was actually at rehearsal. I'm for rehearsal for a play the other day, and the content itself is just very emotional. So to calm myself down after rehearsal, I was doing Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi breath really helps me. I also had a dance recital this last weekend, and I was doing Ujjayi breath for the dance recital to help calm my nerves and center my mind before the dance. So I definitely do Ujjayi breath in my daily life. What about you, Petey? I'm assuming you do. Have you got auditions, Kim, or focus on the practicing of the play? I've been exploring it more lately. Does your glottis ever get dry? Oh, yeah, it does, Petey. That's why I have to really hydrate. I drink a lot of water and alkaline water to really hydrate because I feel like too much of anything is bad, right? You can do too much yoga. You can do too much Ujjayi breath. So, yeah, I typically do Ujjayi breath when I want to calm my nervous system, sometimes before sleep. But obviously, I don't do it 24/7 all day long because that could, like you said, dry out that part of the body than the throat. What about you, Petey? Do you ever get that dry throat feeling? I just hydrate, or throat coat tea is also really good with the slippery elm. That can really help lubricate the throat. Yes, Mopar, I'm actually really, really happy about an audition I just taped. I had a really good reader the reader is basically the person who stands behind the camera and reads the other lines. And I have several friends that are actors, and I have a taping setup where I live, and then I have access to taping setups at different friends' houses. So we basically trade auditions. Like I'll be a reader for them for their audition, and then they'll be a reader for me for my audition. So we trade off. And my reader the other day was really, really good and gave me some good feedback. And it was one of those auditions where I finally didn't feel like really rushed, and I finally didn't feel like really tired either when I was taping it. So I felt like I had the time and the energy to do my best. So I just kept taping it until I was really satisfied. A lot of times with the audition process, I feel rushed and stressed or tired, and so I'm not super happy with the end result. But this particular audition, I was actually very happy and satisfied. So that just makes me happy. Even if I don't book the part, just knowing that I did my best. It's not a good feeling knowing that I could have done better, right? Knowing that, like, I know that's not my best work. I know I could have done better. And that's how I feel with a lot of auditions, because I'm so rushed to tape them and submit them. And I work all day, so the only time I really have to tape auditions is late at night when I'm tired from work and teaching classes all day. Usually, sometimes my schedule's a little different, but usually the only time I have to tape is at night. So, but this last audition, I was actually just really grateful that I finally taped one that I was proud of, because it's rare. Usually I'm just rushing and I'm like, okay, I like it enough to submit it, even though I know I could probably do better if I spent longer, if I had more time, if I had more energy, I could probably do better, but I'll just submit it because it's okay. I like it enough, or I don't hate it, I'll submit it. That's usually how it goes. But, yeah. So I'm just happy I was able to tape one that I'm really proud of. And yeah, the play I'm working on is actually really cool. So the play, first of all, I'm not Jewish. I don't subscribe to any particular religion. I like to keep an open mind about that stuff, and I try to have respect and an open mind curiosity about religious beliefs and respect all religious beliefs. But this play that I'm working on is about the what they call the storms of the South, how Jewish people were persecuted, and we're performing the play on the last night of Hanukkah. And I have a long monologue. I'm playing a market seller, and the monologue I have is actually real words from a real person that existed. So I'm actually portraying a real person. So to me, that makes the material so much more powerful, because I'm representing a real person. So I want to represent them accurately and fairly and respectfully. And I'm sharing the story to inspire hope. I'm not encouraging anyone to practice any particular religion, just FYI. But I will say that I do like the idea behind Hanukkah, because the idea behind it is, you have to keep the menorah lit for throughout those days of Hanukkah. And the idea is to show light in the darkness. The menorah is a symbol of hope among the darkness. So I just really like that idea of inspiring hope among the darkness, because these stories are really tragic and sad, but then there's a little light at the end of them, and there's hope. And so it was a very emotional rehearsal for me, because just, that idea, it stirs up emotions in me. But I'm really excited about the show, because, we're giving a voice to these real people, and we're just kind of raising awareness without being dogmatic. We're not trying to tell anyone you should practice any particular religion or anything like that. We're just sharing these personal stories. So it should be a pretty interesting play, and it's going to be done really artfully and creatively. So I'm really excited about that. Yes, I really appreciate that, Mopar. I was going to read this quote really quickly that I really like, that kind of sums up my perspective on belief systems. So this is a quote, belief systems should be appreciated like art, Nobody argues about which painting or novel is right. It's a matter of style and taste. Each perspective offers a valid myth and metaphor, a subjective interpretation of an undefinable truth. Why must we take things so literally? So when it comes to ancient texts, I try not to interpret every ancient text literally, and I'm open to interpret them, and I also like this idea of an undefinable truth, because the truth is always something that we're seeking. There's no way we can know things for certain. Certainty is kind of an illusion, in my opinion. So I think whenever you feel like you know everything, you're actually stunting what you can learn. You're actually stunting your growth and stunting your development if you think you've mastered something or know everything there is to know about something. You're actually limiting your ability to learn more. You're giving yourself a plateau, and you're stagnating yourself and your knowledge that you can attain. So I don't want to be stagnant. So that's why I always keep an open mind about these things. And that's why I can, perform in a play about Jewish perspectives without calling myself Jewish, without saying that I never celebrate Hanukkah, because it wasn't my tradition growing up. But I think there's a lot of positive, beautiful messages when it comes to the Hanukkah holiday. So I'm really happy to be a part of this play. I love a good soliloquy. Yeah. Thank you so much for the bits, John. I'm guessing John showed up, donated bits, and then had to take off. But I really appreciate the donation. I don't know if you're still there, John, but thank you so much for the donation. People know so little in real life in general. Open mind is the best way. It gives much, much perspective towards different situations. Absolutely. I'm glad you agree with me, Mopar. Very, very true. John has left the building. Yeah, it looks like it. All right, if anyone has any questions, comments, concerns about the yoga practices I've shared, or if you want to chat more about my play coming up, or I'm happy to chat about whatever. Petey, how's it going with the no caffeine? You still not taking caffeine? Oh, Kim, I was thinking that you can add more tags in your stream. Users will find it better. Oh, how do I do that? Thank you for the suggestion. How do I do that, Mopar? I don't know how to add tags. If you walk me through it right now, though, I'll do it. I don't see anywhere where you add tags. You mean in the stream, the category, or in the title? Oh wait, add tags. Oh, I see. Never mind. I figured it out myself. Oh wow, I never knew that I could do this. Yoga. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. I'm adding all these tags now. Let's see, I added yoga, fitness, health, meditation, mindfulness, exercise class, exercise at home. Any other suggestions? Oh, I see. Can add up to 10 tags. Okay. That's good. That should be helpful. Oh, no worries, Mopar. Alrighty, anybody else watching? You want to say hello? I know Petey and Mopar are there. Anyone else? I'm happy to chat. I'll be here every Tuesday as long as I can, unless I really need to start working. Right now, I can afford to take this time off and offer a donation class, but so right now I'm planning on being here regularly Tuesdays at the same time for yoga class and chatting. Oh, I like that, Mopar. Calm, chill. I added the maximum amount of tags. Do you think if we don't push all the air out of our diaphragm that the stale air gets stuck in the bottom? No, I don't think air can get stuck because it's air, right? So I don't think the air itself gets stuck. I think it's just you're activating your vagus nerve, and when you're doing Ujjayi breath, that slight constriction of the throat, doing anything too much isn't good. So I don't think it's about stale air getting stuck though, But again, this is just my opinion. The diaphragm, I've never heard of, I don't know if the diaphragm is capable of containing stagnant air. It's a good question, but I don't think that's the case. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, air is always coming in and out, and it's such an involuntary, intuitive thing. When you're taking conscious deep breaths, that's solidifying that brain-body connection, that mind-body connection. But it's also a very natural thing. Like when you're sleeping, you're not consciously taking deep breaths, yet the body's still breathing. Therefore, breathing is the most natural thing possible, and that's how our bodies are made. So I don't think that air can get trapped or stuck. When people are shallow chest, breathing in regular life, yeah, I mean, I think if you're not taking deep diaphragmic breaths, then you're not going to be oxygenating your body as much. And you can feel the difference between taking big, deep breaths. If you feel that difference, and then shallow breaths, you can feel the way it changes your nervous system. You can feel the difference. So you can literally feel how it changes you, the difference between shallow breathing and deep breathing. Shallow breathing activates the sympathetic nervous system, our fight and flight mode. And sometimes the sympathetic nervous system can be helpful to us if we are in danger. But in our daily life, it's important to take time to activate the parasympathetic nervous system so our digestive system functions normally, so our body is detoxifying normally, and so everything is healing, especially before we go to sleep. If we do those ujjayi breaths or those deep breaths, it can put our nervous system in that rest and digest mode, that rest and repair mode. If we have an injury, we have to, or if we get sick, we have to get our body in that rest and digest mode. We have to activate the parasympathetic nervous system. So that's when the deep breathing is really helpful, when we're healing. And the human body is self-healing. And the more we can put our body in that parasympathetic state, the more we will self-heal and self-sustain. Doesn't get stuck. I agree with you. The air inside the body must circulate no matter if it is at the top, middle, or bottom. It is just something I have heard, that you have to take deep breaths and yeah. I'm thinking about this while I'm taking deep breaths. I mean, stale air. What is stale air exactly? Like what makes air stale? Like I don't know if there is I mean all stale air is. Can you define what you mean by stale air? I mean, we're breathing in oxygen and exhaling CO2. So our natural respiratory system, we are hardwired to breathe out things that are toxic. So if that's what you mean by stale air, is like toxins, that's how we're hardwired. But the context is that most people take small, shallow breaths, and there is so much more room for expansion, and the old air just sits in the lungs and diaphragm not really recycling. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not an expert in that. To answer that question, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know if I have the right vocabulary, to be honest with you, to address that. All I can say is what I think, and I don't think that air can get stuck unless your lungs start malfunctioning. Now, if your lungs start malfunctioning or your diaphragm just starts malfunctioning, the old air, yeah, I don't know. I'm curious, though. I kind of want to look this up. I like this question. I'm actually going to look it up right now, see what I can find about it. Thank you, Mopar. I'm glad the tags just showed up. Let's see here. I'm looking up stale air. Stale air is indoor air that hasn't had enough fresh air circulating through it. That's what I thought. I don't think you can have stale air within the body, but you can have stale air within a house, within a living space. Because, we're not outside where air is circulating. We're often inside buildings. So if the ventilation of the building isn't working properly, then you can have stale air with pent-up pollutants that have an unpleasant smell or make a room feel stuffy. So at low levels, stale air is uncomfortable, but at higher levels, stale air is unhealthy. But this is talking about stale air within a building, within an apartment, within a house, within an office, not stale air within the body. I don't know if you can have stale air within your body, but I'm going to look that up. Trying to find a good source, somebody that I trust, because there's a lot of people that share their opinions, but I would trust scientists and doctors more than just a random Reddit person. Okay, here's something I found. Stale air does not remain inside the lungs. The diaphragm causes the lungs to expand and contract. Air is inhaled and filtered off solids by the mucosa in the nasal passages and the trachea. The sinuses help control the air temperature. The sacs and ducts in the lungs absorb oxygen and release carbon dioxide, which is expelled with other gases when exhaling. The cycle repeats itself with each breath so that no stale air remains in the lungs. Depending on the area and the altitude and average, there is about 30% concentration of oxygen in the air. The rest is nitrogen and other gases. So our lungs are a natural filtration system. But okay, so you can take big, full breaths. We do this in mindful breathing and in yoga often. But would you agree most people breathe very shallow throat and chest breaths and are not very active? So most people, I can't really speak for most people. All I can do is speak for the people that I've interacted with, right? So I have noticed a lot of my yoga students naturally take shallow breaths because they're stressed out a lot with their work. And that's what turns them on to yoga, is the stress relief. So I have noticed a lot of my yoga students naturally take more shallow breaths when they first start yoga. And then the more they practice yoga, the more they start noticing how their natural breathing pattern becomes deeper and fuller, more expansive. The more they practice yoga, the better their breathing. But when they first start, a lot of my new students I'll often find them that they often find that their natural breathing pattern is shallow. And me personally, sometimes I still have to check in with my own breath because, my lifestyle can get very, very stressful when I'm not practicing yoga. I don't practice yoga all day long, right? So, auditions, for instance, can be stressful. Performing certain things can be stressful. And all my other work that I do can be stressful. So I have to really be mindful about my breath, because if I don't consciously control my breath, I'll naturally start feeling that stress, and that shallow breathing will happen to me as well. When I was in a car accident, my shallow breathing was definitely present, and I was trying to control my breath throughout that whole experience. But yeah, so I think it depends on the context and the experience that you're currently engaging in. I don't want to make a general statement and just say I think most people breathe in a shallow way, because I can't speak for everyone unless I've met everyone so and monitored their breathing. But I just know a lot of my students, when they first start, they have shallow breathing. Did that answer your question? I know it was long-winded. And Petey, it's really good that you're not drinking coffee or taking a lot of caffeine anymore, or taking any caffeine, because caffeine activates the sympathetic nervous system and exhausts your adrenals. So we want to activate the parasympathetic. So it's really good that you're avoiding caffeine, because caffeine is one of those things that will also activate the sympathetic nervous system. So you're naturally breathing more shallow, and then you have to consciously, mindfully correct that. I used to know students that drink coffee or consume caffeine before yoga, and I would tell them, you're just making your yoga practice that much harder, because you're going to have to work that much harder to counteract the caffeine with deep breaths. Breathing in deeply, count to 10, then slowly exhale. I think this is old saying to calm person down if they are in agitated state. Yeah, I like to breathe in to 5, hold for 4, exhale to 7, hold for 4. So I'll do a quick demonstration. If you guys want to join me, tell me how it feels. So breathe in to the count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Slowly exhale for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath out for 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I'm going to just do this counting with my fingers. So if you want to join, How did it feel? Did you guys try it? Inhaling to 5, holding for 4, exhaling to 7, holding for 4. Let me know how that felt. If you tried it. I'm glad that felt good, Mopar. Almost at the promised land. I'm glad your anti-caffeine journey is going well, Petey. Almost at the promised land. That's great. Yeah, it really is what amazing things the breath can do. It's amazing how our breath can really change the way we feel. And it's a tool that we all have that a lot of us take for granted. You know, if you're not, if you don't practice breath control, if you don't practice breath work on a regular basis, it's easy to take the breath for granted. So it's always good to just remind ourselves, like, I'm thankful that I have this ability to breathe, and it should be empowering knowing that all I have to do is control my breath, and I can control my nervous system. I can also control my thoughts. It starts with the breath. So if we want to have control over our lives, we have to control the mind. And in order to control the mind, we must control the breath. I know. I do wish certain things were taught at schools, like breath control and, but I actually do teach for after school programs. I do teach yoga to kids, and I teach mindful movement at schools for preschools. So I know, like, a lot of schools are integrating mindful movement and breath control into the curriculum because I teach those classes. So yeah, I teach mindful movement for kids at 2 schools in Alpharetta, and I also teach music to kids. Yeah, there's a lot of after school programs as well. So it might not be during the school day, but I teach after school programs at childcare centers. So I do think that more places are working that in for younger kids. Because when you can learn these practices at a young age and carry it with you throughout your life, then you're set. All right, guys, I just have a few more minutes left. So anybody who is following along, who felt like they got something useful and helpful out of the yoga class or out of the chat and you want to donate, that's the link to donate that Nightbot just shared, yogaflowwithkim.online/donate. So if you can afford $1, that's great. If you can afford more, that's great. If you can't afford anything, that's okay too. But if you want to donate and help make this experience sustainable, please do. And I have a few more minutes to chit chat, so great tools to get handle from the young age. Yeah, absolutely. You know, I feel very grateful. My father is a meditation instructor. He's also a psychologist. But because he's a meditation and Tai Chi instructor, he exposed me to meditation at a very young age when I was 10. So being exposed to that at a very young age, I think was really good for me. Osho said something like, teaching meditation to the youth would solve so many of today's problems. I agree. I agree, PD. I love Osho. I love Osho quotes. Anytime you want to share an Osho quote, please do. Mopar. Yeah, let me know if you have any raid suggestions. Oh, and Mopar, will you share that link again? That little link you created where people can go on there and write a review on my Google page? If you could write a quick review on my Google page, that would really help support my business. It's a way to support my work without paying money. Any witchcraft? No, I don't consider what I do witchcraft. And would I tell you if I did? I think so. I mean, if I decided to practice what's called witchcraft, I would only cast good spells. So I think I do believe in the power of manifestation and, you know, the power of positive thinking, and definitely open to the practices. You know, I did look into like the history of Wicca, and all that is very similar to a lot of other practices. It's not like the witches portrayed in cartoons and Halloween. You know, it's just people that want to put out positive energy. And so what about you, Petey? Do you? Good to know. Thank you, Mopar. So yeah, guys, if you're watching and you want to support my work, click on that link Mopar just shared. It's just my review page. So you can just click 5 stars. It takes a second to click 5 stars. Or you can write a review if you feel inclined. That's a way to support my work without donating money. Thank you for sharing that, Mopar. Petey, what about you? Do you practice witchcraft? And would you tell us? Are you practicing a magic spell right now, PD? No, I mean, even, Haha, I've been reading up on it, and yes, like you said, the reality and the popular media portrayed it very different. Yeah, that's true. Um, Early on, the practice of Wicca was about using the elements of the earth and connecting to nature, and they're very similar to Taoism, actually. They're not like spooky, and all the spells or whatever you want to call it, they're just about positivity, and they're not about anything negative. Alrighty. Well, I will be back next Tuesday. Thank you, Petey and Mopar, as always, for chatting. And I'm glad you guys enjoyed the yoga. Indeed, Petey, very earth and nature oriented. Um, Supernatural writer. Okay, we can raid somebody new today. That sounds interesting. Um, we'll raid supernatural writer. Sort of reminds me of the unsolved mystery. Thank you guys so much for joining. And keep chatting with me on Discord until I see you next Tuesday. Take care, Mopar and Petey. Have a wonderful day.